Through our work with Edgewonk over the last 10 years, we have looked at millions of trades and we have analyzed hundreds and hundreds of trading journals. And we have seen time and again what makes the difference, what differentiates profitable from struggling traders. So this time we compiled a video with 5 metrics that help you gain clarity about your trading. It shows you where you should focus on, where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are, and it helps you to prepare for your trading every day. One very helpful thing to check is your trading times in Edgewonk. And in Edgewonk, you can see your performance by the trading hour. And what we have seen time and again is that there's a huge difference between profitable and unprofitable times. When we take a look at a journal, we always check the trading times because very often you will see that traders have a specific period where they're performing very well. And then there are also times where they don't perform well. So this is a very simple, easy, and very powerful way to improve your trading process. You only trade when you and your strategy perform best. And then when you see the drop off, you stop trading. This can make a huge difference in your trading. It also helps you to reduce the amount that you need to spend on your trading. You should also always check your average P&L, which is the expectancy of your trading system. So when you log in Edgewonk, you will see this box right away at the top. And the average P&L is the trade expectancy. It means how much you're making per trade over your whole sample size. If this number is positive, it means you're profitable. Then you should also always check your reward to risk ratio. What we have seen is that profitable and the best traders always optimize for the reward to risk ratio. So trying to get your reward to risk ratio up usually has a much higher impact on your performance than trying to work on other areas of your trading. Trying to get your reward to risk ratio up has huge potential, and we highly recommend that you try to focus on that metric. And then you also see your average winner compared to your average loser. Also a very helpful statistic to know. Next, efficiency. And this is a very unique metric that you only get in Edgewonk. In Edgewonk, we measure your discipline. So we analyze how often you follow your rules and how often you break your trading rules. You should always check your efficiency in Edgewonk. When you go to the chart lab, you see your efficiency number and also the development over time. What we have seen is that the best traders have an efficiency of 70% or higher, which means on 70% of their trading decisions, entry, exit, and trade management, they have been following their trading rules. Struggling and break-even trader are somewhere typically between 50 to 70% efficiency. And then once you drop below 50%, you have a lot to work on because you are breaking your trading rules more than you're following them. Focusing on the efficiency also gets you out of this outcome-oriented mindset and helps you transition into the process-driven mindset, where you focus on trying to make the best trading decisions that you can, and you detach yourself from the outcome of the trade, which is hugely beneficial for traders. Next, trade management analytics are also unique in Edgewonk, and the trade management analytics have been part of Edgewonk since version 1 more than 10 years ago. And what you want to look for is your trade management effect. This measures how much R, which is R multiple, you are gaining or losing by actively managing your trade. If you see your trade management sum is negative, it means that by interfering with your trades, and by that typically it means cutting winners before your take profit has been reached, it means that you are leaving money on the table and that you have a lot of unrealized potential here. If you see this number is negative, the easiest way to fix this is typically to stop interfering with your trades. You enter the trade, you set your stop, you set your take profit, and you just trust in your system and you don't interfere with it. And then finally, you need to focus on your risk as well, and that's where the return to drawdown comes in. And the return to drawdown ratio measures how much profit you make compared to the risk that you have taken through your drawdowns. So typically you want to aim for a return to drawdown ratio that is higher than 2. It means that you are profitable and that your system has low risk. There are no deep drawdowns. A return to drawdown ratio anywhere between 1.5 and 2 is still acceptable. You're still profitable, you see a little bit more fluctuations, and you have a little bit more risk and drawdown in your system. You want to avoid trading with a return to drawdown ratio that is smaller than 1.5. There is a lot of unstableness. you also have a lot more risk compared to a return to drawdown ratio of 2, and you will see typically wild fluctuations. This is typically where the break-even traders fall in. And then if you go to a return to drawdown ratio that is below 1, this indicates that you have a losing system or that you're currently losing money. And also there's a lot of risk in your approach where you have huge drawdowns compared to the returns that you're achieving.